Αγαπητοί μας φίλοι, αγαπητές μας φίλες, χρόνια πολλά. Εν καιρό πανδημίας, η Ορθόδοξη Ακαδημία Κρήτης είναι κοντά σας σε μια σειρά από πολλές διαδικτυακές δράσεις και διάφορες, με σκοπό την επικοινωνία με φίλους και φίλες από την Κρήτη, την Ελλάδα, αλλά και το εξωτερικό, ώστε με τον τρόπο αυτό να μάθουμε το πώς βιώνεται και με ποιο τρόπο κατανοούμε αυτήν την πανδημία του κορονοϊού. Πώς είναι η καθημερινότητά μας, πώς βιώνουμε τον φυσικό αποκλεισμό από τους συνανθρώπους μας, την οικογένειά μας, τους αγαπητούς μας ανθρώπους, αλλά και το πώς θα είναι η επόμενη ημέρα μετά την έξοδό μας από αυτόν τον αποκλεισμό. Στο πλαίσιο αυτό έχουμε τη χαρά σήμερα να φιλοξενούμε τον κύριο Rüdiger Noll, Γενικό Γραμματέα του Συνδέσμου των Ακαδημιών της Ευρώπης και Γραμματέα των Προτεσταντικών Ακαδημιών της Γερμανίας, ειδικό σε θέματα οικουμενικής κίνησης αλλά και της Ευρώπης. Ο ίδιος είναι επί πολλά έτη φίλος και καλός συνεργάτης της Ακαδημίας και επισκέπτεται την Κρήτη αλλά και το Ίδρυμά μας κάθε καλοκαίρι εδώ και πολλά χρόνια. Ζει και εργάζεται στο Βερολίνο και θα μας μεταφέρει τους παλμούς της πρωτεύουσας της Γερμανίας εν καιρό και εν περίοδου κορονοϊού. Η συνέντευξη θα γίνει στα αγγλικά και θα έχουμε μια μικρή περίληψη στα ελληνικά στο τέλος της συνέντευξης. I would like to welcome you, Rüdiger. Hello. I would like to welcome you here at the studio, which is the small conference hall of the Orthodox Academy of Crete. And I see that you have reorganized your dining room in a studio for our purposes, and I would like to thank you for accepting our invitation to share some thoughts with us and with our friends via the internet in this time of the corona pandemic. But we are also in a transition time, just 1 week after your Easter feast and before our Orthodox Pascha. It is certainly a time of reflection, a time of collecting and rethinking, a time of virtual contacts and spiritual repositioning. Maybe we will only know after this time, after the end of this time, what exactly has been going on with us, in our communities, in the world. But meanwhile, we are here and discuss yet simple things, but maybe with a deeper meaning. So I would like to welcome you, and I would like to give you the word just to address us, maybe a greeting from your home studio in Berlin, Blankenfelde. Hello.
Yes, indeed. Hello, Katharina. And Christus Anesti. As you have said, we are celebrating in most of the Western churches according to the Gregorian calendar. So we celebrated Easter already last weekend. So I can say already, Christus Anesti, Christ is risen, Christus ist auferstanden. It's a real pleasure for me to greet you all as staff, as the bishop, as the board of the Orthodox Academy, and also the friends around the Academy, and especially those who, well, in these turbulent times actually would have wished to be with you in Crete right now and cannot be. And for them it must be a painful experience. So, greetings to all of you.
Yes. Thank you for those greetings, and it is true that we would have been already in our normal conference time with many conferences already having started and many people having come, and especially in this time for Easter and after Easter. Speaking of
I would have wished to be with you for Easter. I love Orthodox Easter celebrations.
Well, maybe next year then. So we are just before our Easter feast, the feast of the resurrection, as we say, and you already told us that it's just 1 week after your feast of resurrection. How did people in Germany, in your parish, lived this strange, different Pascha?
Well, indeed, one has to say it was a painful experience. never before so many people wanted to go to church at Easter, and they couldn't because of the pandemic. I also had established, just before Easter, I had established a fasting group in my own congregation. So for 7 weeks we made a commitment of fasting in different ways. And we wanted to have 4 evenings where we wanted to pray together, where we wanted to support each other in our fasting, where we wanted to reflect on the Bible and also look on and celebrate together. So on Good Thursday we wanted to celebrate an agape meal, which we couldn't do. The last 2 evenings did not take place because of the coronavirus. And also that was a painful experience. Though we stayed in touch with members of the group by electronic means, but it is not the same. Sometimes you want to hug people, you want to embrace people, you want to kiss them, and we couldn't do that in this form. Mm-hmm. But I also have to say there were very many positive signs and signs of hope in the congregation in which I worship usually. We sent out, just before the corona crisis, a letter to everyone, and we put it into the mailboxes of each of the houses, not only for parish members, but for all people who live here in our village and in our surroundings. There were words of hope. We sent out prayers. We sent also out emergency numbers where people could call in case of emergency. And the pastor made a commitment to be in touch with vulnerable people. Every day from 3 to 5 he would stay by the telephone and by the computer for people to contact him or see him physically, but of course in a little bit of a distance. We also kind of tried to support our congregation and did shopping for the elderly people. Our deacon, for example, he brought roses to our retreat home for elderly people, for the staff and for all the inhabitants, which really was a joy, because people in retreat homes, they cannot see their relatives at Easter and before Easter, which was also a painful experience. But as I said, there are so many signs of hope. In Germany, we have been called to social distancing, so keeping a distance. But I think this term is wrong. It's not social distancing, it's physical distance, but social connectedness. And there are so many personal signs of it. Personally, I had lots of telephone conversations with my pastor on Good Friday and on Easter Sunday, because we usually do the worships together on those days. So we connected at the time. We usually would stand together by the altar. And then basically I called family, I lit the candle which we had received from our congregation. I did my prayers, watched the worship services which were broadcasted at TV. So it was a very unusual Easter Sunday, but it was still the feeling of connectedness.
Yes, thank you. Very moving icons, pictures, one could say, that you just described. And I'm just thinking about maybe this special Easter you have lived and we are living now. Maybe this gives also the chance to think differently of how a parish can live and how a parish can experience this togetherness, this, as you said, maybe not physical community, but yet social, being together in another social community, in another social gathering than being physically together. How do you think and how do you perceive that our churches, your church maybe, your parish church, or our churches in general, can live out of this and in this time of corona, of the coronavirus or the corona crisis? How can life, church life, be perceived and be lived in this very difficult time?
Well, indeed, we were forced into a very difficult situation. But we also had to assume responsibility, and that is a responsibility for the health of the people. So all of our churches kind of assumed that responsibilities. We have cancelled all meetings, including worship services. that is painful, especially at Easter. We had people dying of corona, and people could not come close to them. So we had to find other ways to be in touch with them. But however, our churches were very creative in still relating to people, to staying in touch through telephone, written messages, social media. Small church choirs were singing in courtyards of the old elderly people's home or in other places in the village, just to kind of show presence and touch people also spiritually. The church, I feel, is and was one of the only organizations which could still stay close to people. That was also recognized by our Chancellor of our government 2 days ago in a press conference when she said we thank the churches for resuming this responsibility and giving up meetings like worship services, but also doing all efforts staying close to people. We had recorded worships on a national level, on a local level. We have asked our cantor of the congregation to play hymns on our local organ, and we sent them into homes of people. And I've already said about initiatives which we took. But if we look at the Jewish philosopher Martin Buber, he said, real life is an encounter. And we are still missing this. By all initiatives which we have taken, they are just a replacement. It's not life, it is not encounter.
Yes. Yes, maybe, I don't know, but sometimes I have the feeling that we need a shaking so to understand how well we have been in that case, to be together, to have had the possibilities to come in gatherings and in liturgies, and sometimes also we did not take the chance to go in all those liturgies, all those prayers. So now we miss it, and now we long for it. Maybe we would have to have this distance, this physical distance. It's sad to say so, but maybe this shaking up will make us aware what we have lost. Yes.
Let's be careful with this. I would still say we need positive visions in order to engage and to do what we do. The crisis is a moment of reflection, that is true, but facing all those people who have died of corona, their families, I'm thinking of poor people, I'm thinking of refugees in camps. I mean, looking into their faces as they are televised through the media and through the news, it doesn't make it easy for me to say a crisis is so quickly a chance. But yes, it is a moment of reflection where we have to see what really counts in life.
Yes, yes. I could say that we experience almost the same here, when all of a sudden we have, yes, the possibility to attend a liturgy virtually, or maybe also all the prayer circles of this holy and great week here for us. But it makes one being very sad that we cannot be part of it, so we are just behind the screen. And also it makes one very sad to see all those victims who have to, the people who suffer, because it's not only the victims, it's also the whole families and all the people who suffer. So yes, it's a very sad picture in the same time. But I would like to ask you, you are a very, very, very busy man. So all the time you are going to different meetings, you have a lot of work to do. And now all of a sudden you are closed in your wonderful home there in Blankenfelde. And you have, of course, all your books and you have all the possibility to do a lot of things maybe. But how are you living this time under corona exclusion from the community, from this physical distance? And are there maybe 1 or 2 or 3 good suggestions how to live under corona?
I'm not good. Well, I'm sure that I'm a good advisor on those things. I'm also suffering from this kind of isolation. Though I'm living in a village and there are always possibilities, neighbors pass by. For us now it's a time of asparagus people pass by and bring me asparagus, and there's always a neighbor to talk to over the fence. But it is much more of an isolation I would usually experience being in the office with colleagues, meeting people, friends in meetings, doing joint activities. Theaters are closed, worship services are closed, as we have said already. So it's a painful time. And I have to say, I'm now already in the 6th week of isolation, because before it actually started, I had a week of holidays and writing at home. So that was already the first week. And then we were in our office very early in closing down our office, because we saw what was coming up and were very careful. So I've started from the beginning to give my day a structure and a certain routine in order not to kind of being lumped into something. So in the mornings, I basically work for the office. And I've made a commitment to call and to be in video conferences with all our members of Oikos.net Europe all across Europe. And I'm also very keen on people, to call people who are very lonely, of whom I know they're also living alone at home. And I find it fascinating how many people I haven't heard about for years have called me up or have sent a letter or a sign of, how are you doing? I really like that. For the afternoon, I'm usually trying to design a project for me, for myself. That could be reading a certain book or an article, doing something in the garden, cleaning up the garage, and also do some outing, sitting and reading in the garden. This is even more painful because we have such a good weather right now, and people cannot meet outside. For my spiritual life, I do my morning prayers, and I usually follow the watchword biblical text which the Herrenhut community is proposing. I do this as a prayer. In the evening, I try to sum up in my evening prayer what I've encountered today, the good things, the bad things, and I also bring the victims of this corona crisis before God for special attention. He doesn't need me to tell him, but it is an exercise of also thinking of the other. I also have a project of doing sports, because I think a good spirit needs a good body to live in. But there I have to admit I'm much more lazy than I should be. So I'm doing a little bit of biking, but the jogging is still marginal. I hope to get into speed again.
Yes, I can understand the last point, but you do not have to fill up a special paper when you want to go jogging outside, because for us here in Greece that's the case.
No, in Germany the people act very responsibly. So the police has been asked every other day, and they say, no, people keep a distance, so I can go jogging around in close by area. I could not go far to jog, but there's a forest nearby, so I can use that. And people are very keen on keeping the distance. So jogging is not a problem for us. Should not be a problem for us, is a problem for you.
Okay, that sounds really nice, and maybe also there are. I'm not sure what you said, that you cannot give advices. There are some good advices, and I take just one advice, that one could also structure his or her life at home, maybe in a different way than usually, but that there has to be also an interval for everything, for working, and also for spirituality, and also for contacting other people in a different way yet. But having lived or being in this corona period or time, how do you imagine, how do you think the next day coming out of this corona crisis would be for yourself, for your community, for our societies, also for our churches, or even for our academies? We are here in an institution which is used to have full house, to have many people, and other church institutions. How can we proceed? How can we go on in the time after corona?
Yeah, Katharina, I'm not so sure that there will be the day after Corona. I think there will be steps back to normal life. And I'm very happy that you raised this question, because I think we have to already reflect now how the time will be afterwards. So first of all, I still want to ask for patience for all people, because it will not be tomorrow, that day after Corona. There will be very small steps towards what people might consider as normal. And then I'm afraid there must be a catch-up of the economy. That's clear. We need to revive our economy. But I'm afraid a little bit, and this is my kind of worst scenario, that we basically try to catch up with what we have missed thus far. In the sense we will consume more. I'm telling all my people here not to use what these big companies which send stuff to your home to consume now, but to wait until the small shops are open. But I still hope that this will not become a wave by which we kind of consume, and regard this as a normal thing again. I tried to indicate before that, and that would be my better scenario, there is a much closer connectedness of people during this Corona crisis. There is a chat with people I do not know in my village, I've never talked to, but all of a sudden we talk to, and we care for each other, how everyone is being. Every email I'm getting is stay healthy and protected by God. So there is a kind of connectedness. So my hope is that we would not just kind of compensate economically being consumers after the Corona crisis, but also carry over a little bit this kind of feeling of connectedness. So this is why it is important to reflect now in this crisis. What is important for us? What are the important values we want to transmit, and to make offers for this? This is why I find it so important that my congregation is still in connection with the people, with the parishioners, so that we have these possibilities. And as I said, it refers to me, and it refers to every other one. In the end, we have so many people we used to hug, we used to kiss, we used to embrace. So I believe that we also need, after this Corona crisis, a feast to start again. So my congregation, we are already negotiating with our mayor to have a feast where we celebrate Easter, where we celebrate Pentecost, where we celebrate summer and life and spring and the creation again in a common feast. I think we prepare already for that. So this is how I hope to have a start afterwards.
Yes, so God will, that's a very good perspective, I think. From the side of the Church of Greece, they have transferred somehow, or we have transferred the Easter feast to the last day of the Easter period, end of May, so that there would be then somehow the last time to hear the Christos Anesti, and maybe the last time to celebrate together this feast of Easter, and hopefully having also this possibility to do. Let's hope for this.
We'll see whether we are thus far by the end of May.
Yeah.
But maybe this Christos Anesti also gets a different sense, in the sense of we are not celebrating the resurrection of Jesus Christ, we celebrate our resurrection in our time at a different time. So Christos Anesti may be used beyond the usual period this year.
Yes, maybe that's the time to live in this Paschal time, also outside of the pure Paschal period. Yes, it's a good perspective. Speaking about the general part of what this Corona crisis, and I loved very much what you said about this reflection the Corona crisis, if I may say so, has given to us, and how we would reschedule maybe also the values or reshape our togetherness or connectivity we got out of this time. But how will this affect the way you spoke about consumerism? That's already one perspective. How will this? How will we get out of this? Will we step back in the same steps we had before, so to be consumers, to make a lot of trips, to whenever we want to travel around the world, not to hesitate to make a lot of expenses or whatever. So will this affect our modern way of life we used to have just before the coronavirus hit us? And will this also the effect, I'm calling it the mobilization of people, but also some branches like tourism, some branches like the work in academies who are depending from mobilization of people? And if yes, what could be the counterpart? How could we manage it to nevertheless go on with our life in the after Corona time?
Well, there are many questions.
Many questions.
What you said right now. Yes, we will be changed when we come out of the crisis. Just look on how many virtual meetings we have now in the internet. So that will continue. I'm sure that my own organization, Oikos Europe, the network of European academies and church-related centers, I'm sure that our board will now meet more with telephone conferences and video conferences. It is just amazing to see and to observe how many more programs, connecting programs like Skype, like Zoom, like GoToMeet also are used these days. But as academies, indeed, we believe that the face-to-face meeting is much more important, and we cannot do everything virtually. So I've said to my congregation, I'm in the parish council of my congregation, this is why sometimes I'm involved in these type of discussions. I've said, look, we cannot not risk that. Some people say, for 3 months now I've watched the worship service on Sunday morning on the television. Why shouldn't I continue to do that? We need to emphasize and to make clear what added value this personal encounter is. And I can just quote again Martin Buber, and some of our academies are living to this motto: real life is encounter. Whatever is not in an encounter is virtual life. But we have to make an effort to make it happen afterwards. That is one thing. You touched upon tourism. I'm really afraid that this year there will not be much of tourism. I have a ticket to come to Crete to the academy in July, and the airline company has already kind of informed me whether I want a reimbursement or a voucher for this, because that seems to indicate that even in July, August, there will be no planes going, there will be no tourism encouraged. And I understand that. But I want to kind of make sure that you know I will not ask for a reimbursement for my ticket. I will ask for a voucher to use it later. So if I cannot come in summer, I will come in autumn or in winter, but I will come. And tourism in the future will be less, I'm sure. But we also, well, I've lived in the ecumenical movement for all my life. So for me, encountering different contexts, learning from other people is a very important issue. So tourism in the sense of global learning community, I do not want to give up on that concept. But I've seen also on Crete, if I may say, some tourism is just kind of going to the beach, consuming, drinking in the evening. It's not this type of tourism which I necessarily want to revive. But I'm aware that for you in Crete, depending so much on tourism and people depending so much on tourism, that is an issue. But expect this year tourism largely not to take place.
Yes.
And then I still believe that we have to keep a main eye on the most vulnerable people in our society. So if there would be a question of me giving money to a refugee camp or touring the world? That is a very difficult ethical question for me. Just imagine, and you know this better than I do, the life of refugees in huge refugee camps which are totally overpopulated. And in Europe we are fighting about how many refugees Germany, Hungary, Italy and Sweden can take. I think I hope Corona leads us to a change, being more aware of the most vulnerable in our society.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, thank you. Well, so many thoughts. I think certainly we could discuss and go on, and this discussion is not ended, but it may be continued. Thank you for all the thoughts. I have marked several notes so I can make the summary at the end in Greek, which I promised to our people here on the internet. Speaking of those most vulnerable people, and maybe this is also a sign we got through this Corona crisis, that there are people, even not only the refugees, not only the Roma, but also among our societies, the elder people, those who are alone, those who are living not in the main cities, but in the villages and so on. So there are different groups. And certainly you know very well also Crete. So you said you will keep the voucher, so that's a promise.
Definitely I will.
Which means that if you're not coming in summer, which is very doubtly, you are right, maybe for later on. Coming to an end, and thanking you also for your time. Maybe you have a wish or something which you want to give to us so that we can carry on for the next time in Corona exclusion.
Now, first of all, I deliberately put this icon behind me. It was a present from you and some friends in the Church of Greece and in the Ecumenical Patriarchate, and it's usually hanging on the other side of my dining room. So I look at it every day. And I like especially this icon of the resurrection because it is Jesus Christ pulling Adam and Eve out of the grave. And it is written underneath, you probably cannot read this, apokatastasis ton panton. So the resurrection is a message and a promise for each and everyone. And that I find we can especially rediscover this time at Easter. Another thing which I learned from you, Greek people, the word crisis, which you use ever so often, and in Western context it often means the end of a difficult period or the climax of a difficult period. While I learned from Greek people that the word crisis means a turning point. So I find it difficult to speak of a turning point so easily because there are all these victims of the Corona crisis and they will suffer for a long time from this. But if I take it seriously, crisis as a turning point, then we have a responsibility there, especially as academies, preparing, launching these courses. What should be different after the Corona crisis? And there I find you and other of our academies which are in touch with their people, our congregations are doing a marvelous job at this time, and it is really time to say thank you for that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us virtually at the Academy, sharing your thoughts, your experience. And thank you also for sharing the icon of the resurrection, η αποκατάσταση των πάντων, with us. And we are looking forward together. We are looking to this feast of resurrection of our Lord and hoping also of our own resurrection. And of course that we hope that you will be able to come to us, as I already said, either now in summer or later on, and we will expect this. Thank you, ευχαριστώ πολύ. Greetings to Germany and to our many German friends and Greek friends also in Germany. We wish all you very specially a lot of strength and courage to endure this difficult time and hopefully to come out, as you already pointed, stronger and maybe closer to one another than ever. Maybe this is our chance. So thank you very much. Rüdiger will make now a small summary for our Greek friends. Thank you very much and all the best, and let's keep in touch even if it's virtually. Thank you.
Sonja Polar, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ τον κύριο Rüdiger Noll για αυτή την πραγματικά αρκετά εξαντλητική θα λέγαμε συζήτηση μέχρι τα τελευταία θέματα τα οποία και ο ίδιος μας άφησε να ακούσουμε, αλλά και βέβαια και από την δική του εμπειρία. Θα ήθελα πολύ σύντομα να κάνω μια μικρή περίληψη. Λοιπόν, μίλησε καταρχήν ότι ο ίδιος βρίσκεται εδώ και 7 εβδομάδες καραντίνα, γιατί είχε και μια εβδομάδα διακοπές πριν, οπότε 7 εβδομάδες όπου ο ίδιος προσπαθεί να οργανώσει και τη δική του τη ζωή. Μας μίλησε για το πώς οργανώνει την ημέρα του, πώς οργανώνει την ημέρα του σε ώρες, το πρωί περισσότερο εργασία στο γραφείο, για το γραφείο, συζητήσεις και διασκέψεις σε Skype, σε Zoom, με όλα αυτά τα μοντέρνα μέσα, το απόγευμα περισσότερο χρόνο για το σπίτι, για τον εαυτό του, για να διαβάζει, για να είναι στον κήπο, ίσως να βλέπει κάποιους ανθρώπους έστω και από μακριά στην γειτονιά. Μας μίλησε επίσης για το Πάσχα, το διαφορετικό Πάσχα που και εμείς θα γιορτάσουμε και πώς η ενορία του, η μικρή ενορία εκεί στο χωριό, οργάνωσε με έναν διαφορετικό τρόπο, όπου οι ίδιοι οι ενορίτες οργανώσαν έναν κύκλο συζήτησης μέσα από τηλέφωνα, από Skype, ίντερνετ, όπου υπήρχαν τηλέφωνα ανάγκης που μπορούσε κάποιος να πάρει ανά πάσα στιγμή, όπου ο ιερέας πριν από το Πάσχα πήγε σε κάθε γραμματοκιβώτιο, σε αυτό στους ενορίτες του, γλυκά και λουλούδια και ένα κεράκι για να ανάψει μόνος του ο καθένας στο σπίτι του. Ίσως να είμαστε σε φυσική απόσταση, αλλά όχι σε κοινωνική απόσταση. Μίλησε λοιπόν ότι πόσο σημαντικό είναι σε αυτή την εποχή του κορονοϊού να μην απέχουμε από τον άλλον επειδή απέχουμε φυσικά, αλλά να είμαστε ίσως και πιο κοντά στον άλλον με όλα αυτά τα μοντέρνα τεχνικά μέσα που έχουμε. Επίσης το ότι η Εκκλησία έδειξε μια ευθύνη απέναντι στο λαό, όπως κάνει βέβαια και η δική μας Εκκλησία, και γι' αυτό έκλεισε δυστυχώς και εκεί τους ναούς, γι' αυτό δεν γίναν και εκεί καθόλου ακολουθίες ούτε λειτουργίες. Ήταν πάρα πολύ δύσκολο, γιατί πρέπει να φανταστούμε ότι και το Πάσχα εκεί ίσως γιορτάζεται διαφορετικά, όμως φέτος πολλοί κόσμος θα ήθελε, είπε, να είχε πάει το Πάσχα στην λειτουργία της Αναστάσεως, αλλά δυστυχώς δεν μπορούσε. Ότι πολλές φορές αναγκαστήκαν να σκαρφιστούν άλλους τρόπους να βρεθούν πιο κοντά, παραδείγματος χάρη στα γεροκομεία, στους ηλικιωμένους ανθρώπους, όπου μικρές χοροδίες από παιδιά, από χοροδίες των ενοριών πηγαίναν ακριβώς εκεί στα γεροκομεία για να ψάλουν κάποια τροπάρια, για να μπορέσουν να βρεθούν κοντά στους ηλικιωμένους ανθρώπους, τους οποίους δυστυχώς οι οικογένειές τους δεν επιτρέπονταν να τους επισκεφθούν και έτσι καθόταν έξω στο προαύλιο για να τραγουδήσουν για αυτούς. Ότι δεν είναι εύκολο, γιατί τον ρώτησα τι θα μπορούσαμε, πώς μπορούμε να δούμε το αύριο μετά αυτήν την εποχή του κορονοϊού. Φοβάται ότι δεν θα είναι η μέρα μετά, γιατί δεν θα είναι μία μέρα, δεν θα είναι ένα βήμα. Θα είναι πολλά βήματα, θα είναι πολλές μέρες που θα μας φέρουν στην εποχή όπως ήμασταν πριν την εποχή του κορονοϊού. Άραγε θα πρέπει να δούμε πώς θα περάσει αυτός ο χρόνος μέχρι ίσως κάποια στιγμή να ομαλοποιηθούν τα πράγματα. Άραγε έχουμε πολύ χρόνο μπροστά μας. Τι θα κάνει αυτό στην οικονομία? Σίγουρα θα είναι σημαντικό να μην πέσουμε πάλι στο ίδιο το πνεύμα της κατανάλωσης που είχαμε και πριν, και τώρα ακόμα στην περίοδο του κορονοϊού να μην κάνουμε τις πολλές αγορές μόνο μέσω ίντερνετ, ώστε μετά όταν θα ανοίξουν τα μικρά καταστήματα που ακριβώς αυτά έχουν και ανάγκη από την δική μας στήριξη, ίσως να κρατήσουμε λοιπόν λίγο την όρεξή μας για αγορές, για μετά όταν θα ανοίξουν πάλι οι συνάδελφοί μας, οι συμπολίτες μας που έχουν τα μικρά καταστήματα, και έτσι να μπορέσουμε να τους στηρίξουμε και αυτούς. Για τις ακαδημίες λοιπόν υπόθηκε το ότι δεν θα μπορέσουμε να έχουμε αμέσως τις μεγάλες συνάξεις πάλι, τα μεγάλα συνέδρια. Είναι όντως ένα πρόβλημα, γιατί οι ακαδημίες και τα συνεδριακά κέντρα όπως τα γνωρίζουμε και όπως τα γνωρίζει και ο ίδιος από το Σύνδεσμο των Ακαδημιών της Ευρώπης, είναι κέντρα τα οποία ακριβώς βασίζονται σε αυτήν την συνάντηση του πρόσωπο προς πρόσωπο. Ότι αυτές οι συναντήσεις έχουν ανάγκη να βρεθεί ο κόσμος κοντά. Άραγε ό,τι κάνουμε, ακόμα και αυτές οι διαδικτυακές συσκέψεις μέσω Skype και Zoom και τα λοιπά, δεν μπορούν να αναπληρώσουν αυτήν την συνάντηση. Θα είναι μόνο παροδικά και έτσι θα πρέπει να τα δούμε. Θα πρέπει όμως να δούμε και σε αυτήν την περίοδο, όπως κάνει και η δική μας Ακαδημία και άλλες ακαδημίες στην Ευρώπη, να βρούμε τεχνικές, να βρούμε μεθόδους όπου θα έρθουμε πιο κοντά στον κόσμο μέσα από το διαδίκτυο, έτσι ώστε και ο ίδιος ο κόσμος να κρατήσει αυτήν την όρεξή του, να έρθει πάλι κοντά μας. Ο ίδιος θέλει να ταξιδέψει πάλι στην Κρήτη. Αν δεν του το επιτρέψουν για τον Ιούλιο-Αύγουστο, όπου ήδη έχει βγάλει το εισιτήριο, πρώτα ο Θεός, με το ίδιο εισιτήριο θα έρθει αργότερα. Και ίσως ένα τελευταίο, πίσω εκεί που καθόταν ήταν η εικόνα της Αναστάσεως, την οποία του είχαμε χαρίσει πριν από πολύ καιρό φίλοι Ορθόδοξοι. Κοσμεί την τραπεζαρία του, την έχει κοντά του, την έχει φέρει πιο κοντά του, γιατί ακριβώς αυτό το Χριστός Ανέστη, αυτή η εικόνα της Αναστάσεως και η αποκατάσταση των πάντων, ίσως να είναι και για μας ένα σημείο στο οποίο μπορούμε και εμείς να τοποθετηθούμε, θα μπορούμε να το έχουμε μπροστά μας και έτσι να ελπίζουμε και την δική μας αποκατάσταση, ίσως και εν καιρό κορονοϊού. Ίσως λοιπόν αυτή η κρίση στην οποία βρισκόμαστε να είναι απλά μια στιγμή όπου κρινόμαστε στο πώς θα συνεχίσουμε, ποιο θα είναι το επόμενο μας βήμα. Με αυτές τις σκέψεις λοιπόν σας εύχομαι κι εγώ χρόνια πολλά, να έχουμε μια καλή και ευλογημένη Ανάσταση, διαφορετική ίσως από αυτές που είχαμε τα περασμένα χρόνια, αλλά ίσως και με έναν διαφορετικό τρόπο να μπορέσουμε να χαρούμε και πάλι την Ανάσταση από κοινού στις εκκλησίες μας και στα μοναστήρια μας. Να είστε καλά, χρόνια πολλά.